Time now for better food. We're going to be learning how to make a beautiful and delicious winter dish for two.
Grace Vallo of Tastefully Grace is showing us how to make chicken sausage, toasted walnuts, and fresh mozzarella cauliflower rice.
Doesn't that sound so good?
So for people trying to cut their carbs, I know cauliflower rice is a big thing right now, and
Yes.
I've subscribed, except sometimes it's just pretty bland, and I don't know what to do with it.
I feel like it's usually so bland, and the key is just to add really flavorful ingredients that aren't super caloric.
Okay, so that's how it comes?
Yes,
This
that's
or
how
frozen.
it comes.
Or frozen.
Yes,
so
or
it comes
Kara was
fresh
saying
or frozen.
Yep.
All right.
Like even just the Bird's Eye brand makes the cauliflower rice now, and you pop it in the microwave in a steam
super
bag for like
simple,
4 minutes. And
right?
you could use that also, or if you didn't have the fresh?
Yep, you can use fresh, frozen. They have it at Whole Foods, Stop
and
and
you're saying,
Shop.
you guys are saying if you use the fresh, you got to use it kind of quickly because it doesn't have a long shelf life.
Right, maybe 3 to 4 days
Okay. Well,
max, and then it starts to get a little
All right, so what are you cooking up there?
All right, so here I have 2 chicken sausages that I took out of the casing.
Okay.
And then I just put it directly in the pan with a little bit of olive oil and just let it saute until it cooks through. And what I like to do to make it in little bite-sized pieces is just to use the spatula or spoon that you're using and just kind of cut it up so that it's in nice bite-sized pieces, and it's good to kind of blend with something that's so fine.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So we have that here, and then I'm gonna have you grab the olive oil again, actually, because we're gonna need a little
bottle.
more.
I've seen this out. It's just a
Isn't
very
it pretty?
olive oil bottle.
And it's actually really, it's good
Well,
olive
it's on
oil
your counter,
too.
like you want it to look nice.
Because I usually use the California brands, but this one is actually cheaper, and I like it just as much. So
You're adding.
it's a good tip. So this is some olive oil just to kind of coat the pan, just because it starts to stick.
Okay.
Once you're done with the sausage. And then if you want to grab the onion.
Okay.
So this is a sweet onion, half of a sweet onion that I chopped.
Okay.
And I like to use sweet onion because it's not quite as like assertive and oniony. It's a little bit more mellow.
Okay.
Which is good when you're sauteing dishes.
And this is garlic, right?
And this is garlic. Yep. So this is 1 clove of garlic,
Just 1 clove minced.
minced. And you could do more. I love garlic, so I feel like I could add, a few more.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna actually grab that cauliflower rice. So once.
Okay. So if you had used the frozen one, you would have already wanted to have it defrosted.
Exactly.
And now we were going to use okay.
So it's basically
really
cauliflower
stick
just chopped up into tiny little pieces?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
Exactly. You can actually make it at home in a food processor too. So you just add the cauliflower to a food processor, and it
Much less expensive and easier to do. It's easy to do, but you just have to add that step.
We
Right.
lost our heat.
we lost the heat.
It's all right.
That's
I'll
okay.
keep stirring. Keep
There
going.
you go. Keep going. It's all right. I have a final product anyways.
It's all right. Bernice is going to be here to fix the stove in just
There
a
you
little
go.
bit.
Okay.
So
anyway.
once you have that, then you're going to add your chicken broth, and this is going to allow the cauliflower to really saute and cook. If there's
you
not enough
fixed it.
liquid, then it won't really cook. So you're gonna basically get it to steam and have like a
I'm
cup.
absolutely obsessed with getting this to work.
Yeah.
No, see now that's
It doesn't
all.
like some fingers too. I've noticed. I've tried to press it and it
Well, this
doesn't
Well,
like
Anyway,
me.
we've added the broth, and
Yes.
imagine that it's bubbling because it would
Yes.
be in our induction
Bubbling.
oven. Okay, and the walnuts would be the last step?
Second to last.
Okay.
So these are toasted walnuts. I just put chopped walnuts into the oven at 350 degrees for about
Oh, so you
4
toast
to
your
5
own.
minutes.
You toast your own walnuts. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And even if you don't get the whole oven going, I've thrown a couple in the toaster oven for just a couple minutes. They toast pretty quickly, right?
And it adds more kind of like that toasty flavor. It's a little bit more sweet. So it adds a nice little extra
did it.
flair.
Scott did it.
I got it all.
Okay. Okay.
And then finally, I have some fresh mozzarella here too.
Okay.
Which, if you don't want to add this because you want to be extra health conscious, you don't need to.
Now bring it on.
But to me,
gonna make it more rich, right?
You gotta live a little. This just adds a little bit more that gooey kind of indulgent flavor. So
So that's it. Those are all the ingredients.
those are all the ingredients.
And then we have this beautiful finished product. What's all this? What are all these
And
other
it's
ingredients?
Such
here
a
for
quick
us?
weeknight meal. Well, look, that's just with the sausage, the mozzarella, and then she just put a little basil on top.
Well, what's with
So-
the pasta? What do you?
Yeah, so if you wanted to dress this dish up to make it more weekend friendly, in case you wanted something more indulgent, you could add some pasta, so you could add some rigatoni, some pancetta or maybe some pesto, and it'll just add a little bit more flavor and dress it up a bit.
This is delicious, but you're saying you could keep the cauliflower rice and just add it to the pasta.
Just add it to the pasta,
Oh, okay.
and then you have a weekend.
All right, to see more
Delicious.
delicious recipes and cooking tips, check out Grace's blog, tastefullygrace.com.
You can also follow her on Instagram at tastefullygrace.